1, 2, 3. It's Eden Village Homestead, 'cause we're home instead.
Hey everybody, I'm Fern. I was a former art specialist and current farmer here at Eden Village, and we're here with another Eden Village Home Instead DIY video where we're learning how to connect with the land and each other, and today we're doing that by naturally dyeing fabric with turmeric.
Woohoo!
And I'm here with Eliza.
Hi everybody! Fern, why do we do natural dyeing at Eden Village?
We're tapping into our long history of our ancestors dyeing fabrics with plants, and it's even in the Talmud. They have directions on how to dye certain fabrics with certain plants to make beautiful colors. So something I also really love about natural dyeing is that everything is made B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of Hashem. So when I take plants and I make a dye and I dye my fabric with it, I'm infusing the spirit of creation into that fabric. So when I'm looking for intention or sacredness in my day, I grab something that I've dyed with plants, and when I wear it, it just helps me feel so much more connected. So let's get started.
Let's do it!
So the things that we're gonna need before we get started are a piece of fabric, anything natural, cotton, linen, silk, and we're gonna use vinegar, water, turmeric, get a cup to mix everything in, teaspoon measurement, and some glue, and whey. Or if you don't have whey, soy milk also works. A pencil, some paper, and you're all set. So the first step is warranting our fabric. Warranting is a word that means to bite. So what we're doing is putting our fabric in a liquid that's going to prepare the fabric to bite onto the dye. We don't want the dye to wash out or fade in the sun, and so we're soaking it to prepare it, to give it just an extra boost so it's ready to grab onto the dye. So what I have here is a pot of whey. You may have had some left over from Fabiana's cheese making video, so go watch that first and then you'll have some leftover whey. What I did was fill this pot and then with, about this much whey, and then I filled it the rest of the way with water. If you have soy milk, same thing. You can water it down. It's really not a big problem. There aren't any specific measurements. So what I'm gonna do is once I have that, I have fabric that I've washed. It's really important to wash it in the washing machine, get all the gunk, all the oils off of it. We don't want any of that. So we put it in and we're gonna soak it. We're gonna soak it in this mixture for 24 hours. And we're gonna stir it every few hours just to get it to absorb the liquid evenly. And so I'm gonna leave that for 24 hours and then I'm gonna take it out, dry it out of the sun and leave it in a closet for a week. So that's a long process. That takes a while. That's something you can do and always have warranted fabric ready for all of your natural dye projects. That's definitely what I do. So I'm gonna leave this and then work on the next step. So the next step is to draw the pattern we want on our fabric. All the lines that we draw are gonna stay white and the background is gonna stay orange or yellow. So I just drew this simple pattern. You can do anything elaborate, simple. And what you do is you put that pattern on your fabric with light pencil. Don't worry, it'll wash out. And you draw on the pencil lines with your glue. Remember to get washable glue. Elmer's works fine. I got this from the art room. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so I'm done. You wanna come see?
Yeah, let's see it. Oh, beautiful!
So, we're gonna let this dry for a day. We wanna make sure everything is crispy and dry. Make sure to dry it flat because we don't want the pattern to drip. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, underneath we have one that's already dried. It's a different pattern, a little bit of a fun mandala. But first let's make the paint. So, we're gonna take 3 tablespoons of turmeric. And we're going to take a 1/4 cup of vinegar. White vinegar is best. And 1/2 cup of water. And mix it all up. If you're doing a bigger shirt, you can double the recipe, you can half the recipe. Go crazy. So now everything's all incorporated, there are no lumps. We're going to take a brush. Oh, let me go get it. big brush works best, cover big surfaces. And so I'm gonna take the paint, I'm gonna do a generous layer over the whole fabric.
So you're just painting right over where the glue dried.
Right over, especially where the glue is, so that the pattern that you made is really bold, because it'll be white there instead of orange or yellow.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Okay, so we're done. Something I forgot to mention before. Always put down newspaper before doing any painting project, and this is no exemption, even though it's natural. So we're done with that, and now we're gonna let this dry for another day. We want it to be totally dry. Remember to dry it not in the sun. And tomorrow I'll meet you back here, and we're going to rinse it out and iron it. So get your iron ready, and we're gonna have a finished tapestry by the time we're done.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey everybody, so we waited a whole day and now it's dry. You can see the pattern where the glue was, and now we're gonna rinse it out. Let's go over to the sink.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is use warm water to get rid of the glue on the fabric and rinse out any additional turmeric. So keep rinsing until the water runs clear. It's okay if some color runs out. The color that's gonna stay is gonna stay forever. You can already see some of the white where the glue was.
We're coming in. Oh, cool. Wow.
So it might take some little scrubbing, fingers, loosen up the glue, but it'll come off. So we washed it and I let it dry, and now we're ready to iron it. That's the last step. So we're going to get your iron, an ironing board, some rags just in case there's any more turmeric left hanging around, and we're going to lock that color in with some heat. So with your iron on the hottest setting, we're gonna iron the whole piece of fabric. You can know when you're done when there are no more wrinkles. Make sure not to leave the iron on any one spot for too long. You just wanna get all of the turmeric to touch the heat. And we're done.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful.
Thanks for joining me. I can't wait to see all of the beautiful turmeric dyed flags and banners and clothes that you make.
Bye, Fern.
Bye.